Hi Aquarius, welcome to your June 2022 monthly messages from Spirit Reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Aquarius. This will not resonate with every Aquarius that watches this message. And because this reading is general, not every single message is going to be for you. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Aquarius, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, Cross Watchers. You're very welcome here if you're interested in an Aquarius. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Aquarius and Cross Watchers that energy is fluid. This simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. My intentions for this reading, Aquarius, is to channel and provide messages from Spirit for you for the month of June. To ask Spirit what will be happening, what will be going on. You can kind of take it as like a tarot scope for the month, but I also come to find that these messages really serve the purpose as to providing the information that someone needs to hear right now. Whoever's drawn to this reading, what they need to know about June and when it happens, or if it's already happening, what do you need to hear about it to kind of serve as a reminder to help you navigate through whatever situation, whatever celebration, whatever tribulation you find yourself in. This can impact any aspect of your life: love and romance, career and finances, spiritual evolution. Whatever Spirit would like to bring forward shall be said. And if you have any beings of light that you would like to welcome into this space, specific angels, ancestors, spirit guides, even passed down loved ones, you are welcome to ask them to join us here now. So let's go ahead and get this reading going. I will be using my sound bowl to clear and set the energy. So if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a tiny bit just for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's get this started. All right, so let's see what's happening in the month of June for my Aquarians, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Anyone dealing with Aquarius, what will be happening? What is the energy surrounding Aquarius at this time? Spirit, tell us. Okay. Taking shelter, Aquarius. So Capricorn had one of these. Capricorn got two cards. This was one of them. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, or if you have Capricorn in your chart, I suggest checking out the Capricorn reading to see if there's messages for you there. But this is about tuning in, Aquarius. I feel a lot's going on. It's a busy month for you guys. There's going to be a lot of unexpected turns, a lot of things coming your way that may feel overwhelming, that may feel a bit, I just feel a little bit of stress for some of my Aquarians here. And so for the month of June, I feel it's very important to say, Aquarius, with whatever happens, give yourself time to process. Give yourself time to recuperate, recharge, heal. This is definitely giving me like hermit card vibes. And maybe some of you are finally taking the time. I don't know if the last few months were really stressful, but now you guys are just prioritizing your needs, prioritizing your wants, giving yourself space. And it's really going to serve you to recharge so you don't burn out in a situation. I feel that, Aquarius, a lot of people are going to ask for your attention, are going to ask for your help and your assistance, and you're definitely a helpful person. That's not really the issue, but I feel like they may be taking you a bit for granted, some people, whether they realize this or not, or a certain job situation that asks for you to put in certain hours or to work double time because you are a valuable asset to the company or to the place that you work at. But you know, Aquarius, it is taking a toll on you. It's taking a toll on your energy, and Spirit wants you to kind of disconnect from any drama that may surround you, any sort of chaos that may surround you. And I feel too, Aquarius, I wonder if there's certain people around you in your environment that may not be fully revealing everything to you. that are keeping some things at a distance from you. And I think if that's something you could relate to or you already are picking up on, it's time to tune into your intuition. I feel a lot of you haven't had as much time to meditate as to contemplate as you usually take the time for. But Spirit wants you to get back in touch with your higher self, with the universe, because I feel that it's sending you messages, giving you signs, giving you synchronicities that some of you are definitely noticing. But are you really paying attention, I guess, is what Spirit wants to ask. I don't know, there's something that Spirit's been trying to tell you about a certain situation or a job or a relationship. And I feel because of certain energies or certain situations that are surrounding you, you're not seeing the light clearly in a certain aspect of yourself or of whatever is surrounding you. So I think, Aquarius, it's time to kind of like tune off. Maybe take some few hours of the day or an hour at least a day to just disconnect from your phone, put it on mute, put it on silent, and just kind of sit with yourself, do something that you love to do, write, paint, meditate, take a spiritual bath, whatever it is to recharge, because Spirit's been trying to tell you something. It feels like that more than it did for Capricorn's reading. So let's go ahead and see what this is all about. Tell me more about this energy surrounding Aquarius in June. Animal bond. Okay. So some of you guys, these messages are coming through images of animals, or you guys have been seeing a certain animal in repetition, whether that is in your direct environment outside your home, you know, at a park or at a hiking trail, or if it's even through like emojis, if it's through images online, on TV, whatever it is, right? But there's a certain animal that keeps on repeating itself in your life over and over again. And you guys do have a connection to the animal world, the animal kingdom, especially those who maybe are like considering like veganism or vegetarianism or clean eating for the environment. You know, that may be something that will also contribute to your energy if that is something you've been feeling for yourself. But it does say stand up for all animals. So yeah, I feel, Aquarius, that if you have a pet that you're very close to, you get a lot of energy and healing from that pet, from working with that pet, from being around that pet. And I think that's part of your medicine for this month, Aquarius, is to get closer to your pet, or maybe even some of you are starting to think of getting a dog, getting a cat. I think that would be a great choice for a lot of you. I think that would help with your energy and with the exchange of energies, because pets are really the best, honestly. I have 2 dogs, and when I'm down, when I'm low, and humans just don't understand where I'm coming from, your pet always will. And if you guys kind of lost a pet recently, I'm so sorry for your loss. But your pet's energy and spirit is still with you, still, you know, wanting to let you know that they're okay, they're in a better place, and they miss you too, but they'll always be with you, for whoever needs to hear that. But for a lot of you, the most important thing I'm getting from this card here is that you're getting messages through animal medicine, through repetitions of certain animals, and I wonder what they are. Comment below if this is resonating with you, because maybe you guys will get information off of each other. Maybe you'll soon see why you keep on seeing this certain animal. Google it, look it up, and see what messages resonate with you. I just the other day, and I have an Aquarius moon, just yesterday actually, first time ever I saw a fox, a red fox, and it crossed my path and I was in my car. But you know, look up those instances of if you see something special like that, what it means for you, because it's telling you something very, very important about what you're going through right now, what you've been going through life. And I think that for others of you too, there has been something that maybe there's some sort of animal rights thing that has been pulling at your heart a bit, that you feel the need to kind of advocate for or stand up for. Or maybe there's someone of your friends that like need you to watch their pet for a weekend or a week while they go off, or maybe they're trying to find shelter or find a home for their, you know, puppies or kittens or some sort of pet. There may be some situations surrounding that, but more importantly, pay attention to the signs that you see through animal images, through animal imagery, because that will be very important for you guys to find out like what Spirit's trying to been telling you this whole time. Specifically, is through animals. So let's keep going. Confirmation for some of you may be that you have like an animal tattoo, or a tattoo that's associated with animals, like a paw print or something like that, or a feather or whatever. Tell me more about this energy surrounding Aquarius. I want to get to know more about what Spirit's trying to tell you, because Spirit is being a little bit evasive, and I wonder if it's because it's so specific for the Aquarians I'm picking up on, like for each and every one of you. And that's why Spirit wants you to like tune into your own intuition, right? Tune into your own insight that you need to give yourself. And maybe this is just the encouragement to start doing that more often, especially if you've been putting your meditation, your self-care aside because of everything that's been happening up until June. Tell me what's happening in Aquarius's life, Spirit, in June. Oh, there we go. Delight. For some reason, I heard that song when this card fell, Groove is in the Heart by Delight. It's an old throwback, but it's quite a good song. I don't know if you guys resonate with that song at all, but all I heard was Groove is in the Heart. Very interesting. But anyway, it says, the frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we invoke in others. Okay, so Aquarius, this really is telling me a bit about your situation, a bit about how you've been compromising of your own happiness, your own needs, to maybe be there for other people, to be there for your friends and family members. And that is an admirable thing, Aquarius, a very kind thing. And that's not the issue. The issue is, for some of you, it's been taking too much from your own needs, your own pursuits, your own wants. And I feel that there's some need for boundaries here, Aquarius, that you've been finding it hard to put up with a certain someone, or maybe even a certain job that just asks so much of you. But Aquarius, it's time to focus on your own priorities, your own happiness. What is it that you've been wanting to do, but you've just been putting off? Oh, maybe next weekend, maybe I can get around to it another day, because you're just so exhausted by the whole work you put in the day of, that you're just left completely exhausted by the end of it. Spirit wants you to find more joy in your everyday life and what you can do to bring more joy into your everyday life. Start to bring more music into your life. Start to bring more creativity into your life, to reconnect with those old friends you haven't heard from in a bit because you've been so busy scheduling, planning an event, a vacation, or just been working so hard. Aquarius, you, just as hard as you work, you deserve to give yourself that release, that fun, that happiness. You guys maybe want to look into going to some sort of festival, some sort of concert, some sort of party that you may be invited to, and you're like, I don't know, I may be busy. Like, just go and enjoy and have fun and put yourself out there more, because I really do think too, not from the people who have been draining you, coworkers, friends, or family members, but the people who, you know, have been giving you your space, Aquarius, because you have been so busy and you have been working and you've been traveling or whatever it is. They really, really miss you. They really, really miss your light. They miss your smile. They miss the way you make them laugh, the way you have so much fun. And I think you'd be surprised to see that, like, there are certain people who have been waiting to hear from you, but just didn't know if you were ready, just wanted to keep their distance just in case, you know, they were pushing your boundaries or anything like that. But if you've been really missing someone, maybe even for some of you, this is like a crush or like a romantic interest. They've been wanting to see where you're at too, but didn't want to be too pushy, didn't want to be too intrusive. But I think, Aquarius, if you start to put yourself out there, start to try to reconnect, For some of you, maybe it won't unfold the way, but those of you, you know these people are meant to be when they're super excited. Yeah, I'm down. When do you want to hang out? Let's do this. I missed you so much. Like, those are the people I think that are going to bring that delight and joy back into your life and bring you that healing that maybe a lot has been taken from you. So with this combination here, Aquarius, it's a lot about discernment. Discerning what depletes you and discerning what invigorates you, what inspires your passions. And I think Spirit's been trying to show you the signs of what has been, detrimental and what's beneficial. And, pay attention to those signs, pay attention to those feelings. I feel that a lot of you are claircognizant. And that, with these feelings that you get because you don't have evidence, because you don't have proof, you kind of write them off, but pay attention to the feelings that occur when you're doing a certain activity. Is it giving you more love and light, or is it giving you more fear and distrust? Those are big signs, Aquarius, about, things that are out of balance in your life, or things that are not meant for you even. So figure out and decide like what you should prioritize, what you should be looking for, what you are searching for. But it really kind of starts within you, and you know that. You know that you've been taking on too much. You know that you've been stressing out. You know that, certain things have, I don't know, like some of you are trying to meet a certain deadline maybe, and this is like pretty career specific. And I feel some of you don't feel like you get the support you need to meet this deadline or to pursue this project, and it's always left to you to kind of pick up the mess. And some of you guys, it's not your mess to clean, but because you're such a good worker, a good friend, a good helper, like you just put it on yourself. And Spirit's saying, don't put more on yourself than you have to. This is all about like cleansing, detoxifying, healing, so you can get back into this high vibrance that you've always been in, Aquarius, that you're always known to have. This delight, this joy that you bring. But you can't serve yourself and serve the world if you're running on, an empty tank of gas. Spiritually, specifically for a lot of you. Number 19 may mean something to you guys. But it does break down to a 10. So there is some sort of completion here that needs to happen, some sort of release, some sort of letting go of something. And maybe it's a work habit, maybe it's people pleasing, maybe it's not prioritizing your needs. And some of you, people, when you do that, they claim you're selfish, or they claim that, you don't like them, or make you feel bad for it. The real people will understand. The people who try to take and use from you won't understand. So it's, discernment, Aquarius, is kind of the situation for this month. All right, let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards. Tell me about what's going on in Aquarius's life in June. What's going on in Aquarius's life in June? Okay, the High Priestess. Whoa. Talk about psychic abilities, intuitions, gifts. Yeah, and universal communication, the downloads. The universe has been trying to send you these truths. The spider web is really standing out to me. I don't know if you guys have the certain animal you may, or insect you may be seeing is like, and spider webs, that imagery. But again, for some of you, there's a clear gut feeling I'm getting from this about, and this is maybe some truth that is like hard to receive for some of you guys, but it's like you haven't been living your life's purpose. You haven't been living your soul's calling. And some of you may have been ignoring that because, the job you have or what you do is practical. It pays the bills. It gets a check-in. But you've been putting to the side your passions and your desires that may even make you more money should you put your energy into it. But I feel too, Aquarius, again, Spirit's trying to come here and say, I've been trying to tell you this. I've been trying to show you this. specifically around the moon eclipses that have been happening. I wonder if you guys specifically have had certain events or certain downloads that have come to you during those times that was meant to provide an answer to your situation or to your question. But also, again, if you guys have been disconnected a bit, I understand. I've been going through those times where I haven't been connecting spiritually as much. I'm planning for a wedding, so, there's a lot going on. And then Spirit kind of nudges to me, pull some cards, sit with yourself, take that time. And then especially in those times where I'm stressing, over worrying, thinking everything's going to go wrong, I go up to my reading room here, I sit, I pull cards, and then everything makes sense. Everything comes back together. I'm back in my state where I'm not in that lower vibration of fear and worry, and everything seems to feel okay in that moment where I was starting to panic. And I don't know, just stress keeps on coming up for how you guys have been feeling. So, reconnect with Spirit, reconnect with yourself. I wonder if some of you have always been curious about starting to read tarot cards or buying that oracle deck that you've been kind of keeping your eye on, but I don't know, haven't. If you need to save up money, because I do think you guys have a psychic ability. You have talent with communicating with the other side, with the 5D, with spirit guides, and they're all been trying to reach out to you too, Aquarius, but for some reason I kind of get this distance from you that they feel, your spirit guides. So reconnect back, and I think you're going to get a lot of the answers that you've been seeking, that you've been trying to understand, that the outside world hasn't really been telling you. Again, too, like for some of you, there's secrets around you. And for some of you, if you have been withholding a secret, is it something that's worth withholding? Maybe it is. Maybe you have to kind of move in stealth so you can make the best decision. If you've been trying to leave a job or trying to leave a relationship, like you have to kind of keep it on the down low, because if someone were to find out, maybe they'd freak out, maybe they'd, go on a path of revenge towards you, Aquarius. I don't know. For some of you, that's kind of what I feel with this card combination here. So definitely don't reveal too much. And others of you, if you've been wondering if there's been secrets around you, there has been, but the universe has been trying to communicate what you don't see in the 3D. So pay attention to those signs, Aquarius. Tell me more. Queen of Swords. All right, Libra energy. So yeah, Aquarius, and this is coming under animal bond. And one of the animals too, like behind this Queen of Swords, are swans. So maybe swans and butterflies have been symbols you've been seeing or mean something to you, resonate with you on some level. But yeah, the animal world, the animal kingdom, animal medicine has been trying to show you your truth. But also too, the Queen of Swords does not let anyone walk all over them, walk all over their boundaries. There's something that you need to stand up for. There's something that you need to put a distance to that's in the 3D. Something that you kind of need to explain, something that you need to put bluntly. Of course, I don't mean blunt as in aggressive and mean, but I mean more so as something that clearly communicates what is okay, what is not, what I need, what I don't need. And start to act out of that inner knowing of what your priorities are, what your worth is, and making decisions based on that. Because I definitely feel an energy of my Aquarians here that I've been putting other people's needs, expectations on them for far too long. And it's been putting your needs aside. And for some of you, it has been building resentment. It has been building, some energies that don't belong to you. And maybe other people's energies are even attaching to you, Aquarius. That you need to start to decipher what is my energy and what is someone else's, especially for those who are empathic. It's very easy to soak up people's energies. And, if you're super empathic like me, sometimes I'll just be at the grocery store, I'll be walking down the street, and I notice someone's bad energy, and I pick it up, and then I carry that with me. And then it kind of, puts a downpour on my day. And Spirit wants to say, Aquarius, for those of you who are that sensitive like I am, energetically and physically to people's energies, you need to come up with a ritual or come up with a program that is going to help you kind of disconnect from the feelings of other people, the energies of other people, and tune back into yourself. Okay. Let's get one more card. Tell me more about what Aquarius needs to know about June, Spirit. King of Swords. Whoa. Okay, we now have the King and Queen of Swords here. So this could be talking about putting into balance your masculine and feminine energies. One has been more prominent and the other has been pushed aside. You're going to have to decide what energy and which side that means for you specifically, because it's different for all of you. Others of you, this is talking about a specific relationship, a soulmate relationship, and their soulmates are not always romantic partners. They could be family members, friends, co-workers, but soulmates are people that are meant to enter our lives for us to awaken a sense of knowing within ourselves, a realization within ourselves and about our path and about our spiritual journey. And these soulmates are meant to be the catalyst for us to better understand our journey and to understand our life purpose and our soul purpose on this planet in this lifetime. So, I feel for you guys with this combination here. Let me put this deck down. There's been a certain someone in your life, again, that has been trying to be near you, who has been trying to reach out to you, but this is the person I feel that has been keeping their distance, Aquarius, because they're afraid to intrude. Like, they're just as independent as you are. They're just as logically based as you are. They're not too attached to emotions. So, you know, they don't want to dive too deep or to overstep their boundaries, it kind of feels like. But maybe this is the one person you need to hear from the most, that is going to give you that reassurance, that's going to give you that confidence and that strength back or that joy back. Obviously, this isn't someone that I feel like you guys left on seriously bad terms with. I wouldn't try to reach out to that person. More specifically, it's someone that has been your friend or has been a mentor, or even like if you do have a crush on this person, it's definitely someone that has a crush on you back. There's no doubt about it. You feel it. You guys have hung out a lot up until the point in June where things started to get a little hectic, or even end of May, whatever it is. Reconnect with this person because they are of your vibrance, Aquarius. They are of your level. They are someone that is meant to be in your life to kind of help you through this direction. And help you kind of reconnect with that higher self. So for some of you, you already know who this is. And for whoever's showing up in your mind that feels certain, that feels like you have a strong foundation with, a good understanding with, ask them to hang out. Ask if they can come over, you know, watch a movie together, go get a drink together, go get dinner together, or whatever it is that you guys do to hang out, because I think you're going to learn a lot of insight from them. And if this is a romance, okay, and there's the High Priestess here with the answers are within, like they may still not be ready yet fully, Aquarius, to reveal their feelings for you, and that's okay. But I think through this card here of like delight, they're going to love spending time with you. Just give them, you know, give them their time, give them their patience, and slowly but surely they'll come out of their shell and reveal their feelings. The letter D is sticking out to me, as in Darren, as in Diane, first, middle, last initial, could mean something to someone there. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. Yes, Leo energy here coming through. So yeah, I feel again, this is all about empowerment. This is all about boundaries. This is all about fighting for what you believe is right, what you need in your life. Not, you know, giving in, not surrendering to people's expectations and needs of you, and to start regaining that light within you that may have been a little bit dim from everything that's been going on. Kind of recharge that light, refuel that light. And I feel even for some of you guys, it's either through, you know, connecting with spirit, your spirit guides, or even connecting with someone that's on your wavelength that you need to reach out to kind of start revealing everything you've been going through in the stress, and they'll give you some insight and clarity and maybe even give you a different perspective. You need to find some more of these air energies that don't attach so much to you energetically, emotionally. And again, I'm not saying that, you know, it's not good to have those relationships, but for those of you where this is coming out so strongly, someone has been a little bit too codependent with you. And you can't really, you know, and in some of my Aquarians, I'm just going to be 100% honest. Again, I'm Aquarius moon, and I've been going through certain similar relations here. You know, I would build resentment, but then I would be like, well, Alyssa, then why do you, you know, take this on you? Why then, if you need space, do you feel like you have to invite them over, that you have to, you know, answer their call, even though you know it's just going to drain you a bit? You don't have to do anything. And if this person is someone that is going to be in your life, they'll respect that, your space, your needs, and that should be okay. For whoever needs to hear that, I don't know. But yeah, it feels like multiple people, a job, or even a specific someone has developed a codependency with you, Aquarius, that needs to be kind of examined and checked. All right, so let's go ahead and get one more card. For my Aquarians, let's see what Spirit wants to wrap up this reading with. Any sort of last minute advice for my Aquarians. Dragonfly. See, another insect, another animal coming through. Check out the insects, animals that are appearing in your life, Aquarius. But it says, you bring light to this world. Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing, Aquarius. I'm not trying to say you should keep your light from others forever, lock yourself up in that tower and just hide yourself away. Although I feel like that sometimes for sure. I'm an ambivert. I need both, people and space. But, you know, Aquarius, like, yeah, you know that if there is someone who's overly attached to you, it's because you do a lot for them. Or if the job really does call on you for help, or, you know, asking you to, if you could just partake in this, it's because you kick ass at what you do. But, you know, when you give so much, you won't have enough for yourself. So be that light for yourself, Aquarius, the same way that you're that light for others. That's what Spirit is telling me through this whole reading, and even for you specifically. Wow. Amazing reading, Aquarius. Thank you so much for joining me here for this reading. I hope it resonated with you. I hope it gave you the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance that you seek for the month of June. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Aquarius, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Aquarius.